On a cold winter evening in a quiet suburban neighborhood, everything appeared normal. The streets were calm, houses softly lit, and families were settling in for the night. But behind the closed door of a modest home lived a secret that would haunt investigators for years. This is the true crime story of a woman who tried to ask for help. Emily Carter was a 32-year-old single mother known by neighbors as polite, reserved, and deeply private. She worked as a customer service representative and lived with her young daughter in what seemed like a peaceful environment. To the outside world, Emily's life appeared stable. But inside her home, Emily had been in an abusive relationship with her ex-boyfriend, Daniel Brooks. Their relationship ended months earlier, but Daniel refused to let go. He called constantly, showed up unannounced, and sent messages that shifted from apologetic to threatening. Emily reported him once, but without physical evidence, the case went nowhere. She learned to live cautiously, always watching her surroundings, always afraid. One night, Emily made a phone call that would later become one of the most chilling pieces of evidence police had ever heard. At exactly 9:12 p.m., Emily dialed 911. When the operator answered, Emily spoke calmly, too calmly. She didn't scream, she didn't cry, she didn't ask for help. Instead, she began ordering a pizza. The operator was confused at first, assuming it was a prank call, but as Emily continued speaking, something felt wrong. Her voice was controlled, almost robotic, as if she was carefully choosing every word. The operator noticed long pauses between sentences, like someone was listening nearby. Emily said, "I'd like to order a large pepperoni pizza to my address." The operator hesitated, then quietly asked, "Ma'am, are you in danger?" There was a pause. Emily replied, "Yes." Her answer was subtle, hidden between normal words. The operator immediately understood what was happening. Emily couldn't openly ask for help. Someone was with her. The operator began asking yes or no questions disguised as order details. "Are you being hurt right now?" "Yes." "Is the person still there?" "Yes." Police were dispatched immediately. But timing would prove to be everything. While officers rushed to the address, the call suddenly ended. No goodbye, no warning, just silence. When police arrived minutes later, the house was dark. No lights, no sounds. They knocked repeatedly, no answer. Seeing no immediate signs of forced entry and lacking clear probable cause, officers left the scene after a brief check of the exterior. It would be a decision they would regret. Next morning, Emily's sister tried calling her, no answer. She drove to the house and found the front door unlocked. Inside, she discovered a scene that would shock the entire community. Emily was found in her living room. She had been brutally attacked. Her daughter was found unharmed in her bedroom, asleep, unaware that her mother would never wake up again. The investigation quickly focused on Daniel Brooks. Phone records showed he had been near the area that night. Neighbors later recalled seeing a man matching his description entering the house, but Daniel had an alibi, or so he claimed. Without enough physical evidence, police struggled to move forward. Then, the 911 call was reviewed in full. When investigators listened closely, they noticed something terrifying. In the background of the call, faint but unmistakable, was the sound of a man breathing. Occasionally, a muffled voice could be heard correcting Emily or reacting to what she said. She wasn't alone. She was being watched. The operator's instincts were praised, but the delayed response became the center of public outrage. Why weren't officers allowed to enter the house immediately? Why wasn't the danger taken more seriously? The case gained national attention. Media outlets covered it non-stop. Emily's call became known as the silent call. Training procedures for emergency dispatchers were rewritten across multiple states as a result of her case. Weeks later, new evidence finally emerged. Security footage from a nearby gas station showed Daniel's car driving away from the neighborhood shortly after the 911 call. Investigators also found a threatening voicemail he had left Emily days earlier, saying, "If I can't have you, no one will." Daniel Brooks was arrested. During interrogation, he denied everything, but under pressure, his story began to fall apart. Eventually, confronted with the evidence and public scrutiny, he confessed. He had been inside the house during the call. Emily had looked directly at him while speaking to the operator, knowing it was her only chance. She used her voice as a weapon, hiding her fear inside ordinary words, hoping someone would understand. Daniel was sentenced to life in prison. Emily's story became a symbol, not just of tragedy, but of courage. Her call saved future lives by changing emergency response systems. Her voice, though silenced that night, continued to speak through the lessons learned from her case. But the haunting question remains. If help had arrived just a few minutes sooner, would Emily still be alive today? Some crimes are solved, some lessons are learned, but some stories will always leave a scar. And this was one of them.